Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on fast clue scroll farming. In this video I'll be talking about the best methods to obtain clues and every single difficulty will be covered. So I explain anywhere from easy to elite clues and good ways to farm each one. So let's get into the video. But quickly, just before we get into the video, there'll be timestamps in the description to each difficulty of clue if you want to skip to that specific part. Starting off with easy clues, the singular best way to get these is pickpocketing ham members. I'm going to quickly show you how you do that. To get to the ham hideout, just west of the Lumbridge cow patch, there's this old mine entrance. If you right click it and pick the lock, it may take a couple of times and a couple of tries of actually trying to pick the lock, and then once it opens you climb down. Once you're down here, just run across and find the ham members. You can right click them and pickpocket at them over and over again. When it comes to medium clues, there's two very effective ways of getting these. The first one and the best one is Orc's Rift. Orc's Rift does require Fairy Tale Part 3 quest done though, so everyone may not want to do that and they may not want to get the quest done just to unlock this. So the next best thing is Dagonoths, which are much easier to get access to. I'm just going to quickly show you a bit about each of these now as well. After the Fairy Tale Part 3 quest, you can just go to any fairy ring, right click it, select destination. You want to go to the bottom where Orc's Rift is and you want to click that one. So now you'll teleport into Orc's Rift and there's loads of ivory orcs that are able to be killed for medium clues. If you really wanted to, you could use aggression pots here, but because they're so spread out, it's much easier to just put Chain on your bar, Dragon Breath, Corruption Blast, and just AoE down the groups of 3 every single time very quickly. You'll get medium clues very fast if you do this. To get to Waterbirth Island, you can take the boat from Relica. Once you get there, you want to run west into the cave that has the Dagonoths in it. Once you're inside the cave, you want to go far east where there's a lot of Dagonoths all sitting there grouped up. If you go over there and you switch to your Revo++ bar that has all of your good AFK abilities that are going to AoE them down, pop an aggression pot, and then you're good to AFK until you get a medium clue. It's also semi-decent experience too. Another thing that you can remember, if you bring a Demon Horn and a Bone Crusher, then you can get infinite soul split here. So if you are of a higher level, you can kill so many of these in an hour with infinite soul split. And you can even bring a cannon or an Odax coil if you want to go super hard and try and get a clue as fast as possible. When it comes to hard clues, there's nothing that beats the traditional Hellhounds. Hellhounds in the Tavali resource dungeon, which requires 55 dungeoneering, is the fastest way to actually obtain hard clues. If you don't have 55 dungeoneering, you can kill them outside of the resource dungeon, but it is much better inside. The Tavali dungeon with the Hellhounds in is just south of Tavali Bank. When it comes to getting to the Hellhounds in Tavali dungeon, you can either use the shortcut to the Blue Dragons if you have the agility level, or you can use the shortcut at the Poison Spiders if you have the agility level. If you don't have the agility level for either of these, you do have to run all the long way around past the lesser demons and bring your dusty key to get into Blue Dragons. The Hellhounds are right at the end of the Tavali dungeon. Because I have the agility level, I could use this agility shortcut at the spiders and easily run over to the Hellhounds. Another thing I just want to quickly mention is the Dungeoneering Cape. You can use this to teleport to the resource dungeon too. This way you don't even need to run around in the dungeon or even go to the dungeon. You can teleport straight to this location with the Dungeoneering Cape. So if you do have 99 Dungeoneering, it makes life much easier by being able to teleport directly here. As you can see, if I right click and activate it, I can choose Tavali Hellhound Dungeon and you teleport right out here. Then you can just go down the dungeon, see if anyone's there. There's someone in this world, so you can just hop worlds and find a free space and kill those Hellhounds. They're automatically aggressive to you, so you don't need to bring aggression pots. Demon Horn and Bone Crusher again gives you infinite prayer here. So if you do have soul split, you can keep that up 24/7. Next up is elite clues, and there's two really effective ways for these. The first one is shadow creatures in your personal Slayer dungeon. A personal Slayer dungeon requires 99 Slayer, and you can go to a friend's one if they have shadow creatures as well. You don't have to get the souls yourself if you have a friend that you can use their dungeon on. I do have a full guide and a loot video on the shadow creatures in a personal Slayer dungeon, which I'll include in the description below. So if you did want to farm elite clues by killing these, the guide will be in the description. The other way, if you don't have 99 Slayer or if you don't have access to a dungeon and don't really want to get the souls, you can do mutated Jadinkos. You want to do the mutated Jadinko males, which require 91 Slayer. I'm going to quickly show you just how to get to the mutated Jadinko males nice and easily. If you use a Juju teleport spirit bag, it will take you to the herblore habitat. If you jump over the wall and then go over the waterfall, there is a little hole that you can squeeze through which will take you to the Jadinko lair. Once you're in the Jadinko lair, you want to go right to the end where the Jadinko mouths are. These are the ones that drop the elite clues. Like I said, you need 91 Slayer for them, and you can also aggression pot these if you wanted to. They're very, very easy to kill, and you can AFK them with Soul Split. Very, very easy way to farm some elite clues and some okay experience at the same time. I still would recommend the shadow creatures in your personal Slayer dungeon, but if you don't have them or you don't have 99 Slayer, these are a good alternative. When it comes to farming both hards and elite clues at the same time, there are multiple ways of doing this very, very well. Pickpocketing Prif Elves at 91 plus thieving is probably the best way, and it's super AFK. Everyone knows pickpocketing Prif Elves is a really awesome source for hard and elite clues, and it's personally the one I use all the time. Another one is God Wars Dungeon 1. It's very, very underrated just how often the God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses drop hard and elite clues. It's very, very decent combat XP, some decent money, and it gives you clues quite often. The other thing that is very, very awesome for clues is training Slayer as a whole. Doing Slayer tasks, most of the things that you're going to be killing for decent amounts of experience are either going to drop hards or elite clues. You can get some clue scrolls on a task, finish up that task, go do your clues, and then repeat the process over and over again. I kind of like doing Slayer with clues because that breaks up the monotony of just doing the same thing over and over again. Same with pickpocketing Prif Elves, it gives you some time to AFK and relax before doing more clues. Rounding this video off with a couple of other neat extras, there is 2 weeklies that you can do. There is the House Aquarium treasure chest in your player owned house that you can do every single week. You open it up and it gives you an elite clue. There's also a skeletal horror after the Fur and Seek wishlist that you can kill for an elite clue as well. There's also a monthly D&D which is the Tutorial Island Oyster. This requires Beneath Cursed Tides quest completed, and then you can do it every single month, and you can even reset it with a monthly D&D token, and it will give you a random clue scroll reward. The clue scrolls do scale with your total level, so if you have a high total level it will be an elite clue, if you have a low one it will be an easy clue. Also, the other thing I want to mention is Crystal Triskelion keys give elites too 100% of the time, and when the new rework comes out very, very shortly, they have a chance of giving master glues too. Very, very awesome. Definitely would take advantage with all of these things. Hopefully you did enjoy this video and you learned something new. Do give it a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to Runescape 3, and until next time, see ya.